My name is Don Smith. That's Don with 2 N's. This message comes to you from the heart of Don, and I'm here to tell you your search is over. Why could I say and how could I say such a bold statement? I'm telling you this because I know all about instant and permanent transformation. That's it. Once you take this, you will get it in an instant and it's a permanent result. That's what I'm talking about. Now, of course, you're going to have skepticism. And the reason being is that you've been in systems that is not like that. There are no such thing out there. I'm the only one on the planet saying instant and permanent in one sentence. Yes. And there you have this skepticism because of all your previous experiences in personal development and in religion and all of these other arenas, 12-step programs that it takes years and years and years. You've been lied to. You have been lied to. I'm talking about that it was an instant that all your programs and patterns got created. Every one of those limitations. Now there's a reason. There's a reason that those things don't work. And what they are is it's based on belief systems. And we're talking about the beliefs of the negative beliefs you have about yourself. The not good enough, the not worthy, and the not deserving, and the not loved, and the not safe, and the feeling invisible, all of those. Yeah, and the standard model, this is the low self-esteem in those industries. Okay, and then we have this one. This is the I am good enough. This is the high self-esteem. This is, the standard model is taking you from your low self-esteem to your high self-esteem. And we both know that it doesn't last and you end up going back like this. Yes, within 24 to 48 hours. Yes. Whether it's going to confession, you got this release, and oh my God, I feel so good, and it's gone before you get to your pew. Yeah, that's how fast it goes. Because this is externally referenced, both of these, and they're about pieces of who you think you are. These are all false identities, every one of them. You think you might have one false identity? Now, I'm saying like 80, 90, whatever. The identity of your looks and your family and your bank account and your vehicle and what you have and what you don't have and how smart you are and how stupid you are and all of that. Those are identities. I'm not enough. I'm not enough. And the not enough has a million identities. The sinner and the forgiveness and the failure and the success and all of those. And I'm telling you, it's a flawed system. You have been lied to. I'm talking about instant and permanent transformation. That's what I'm saying. Might sound bold, but there's a credibility to this. There's thousands of people have taken my program from the elite of the elite, like the CEOs of the top corporations in the world. Yeah, the top athletes in the world. Jim Balsley saved himself $615 million in a 6-minute phone call with me. His company went from $7 billion to $74 billion after we started working together. Yes. Jerome McGinley, Calgary Flames captain, had 2 goals. 2 goals. At 1/3 of the way into the season, I worked with him on November 29th. That year, he won the Maurice Richard Trophy with most goals at 41 and took his Flames to within 2 goals of winning the Stanley Cup, and they hadn't been in the playoffs for 7 years. Like, seriously. Like, a guy with cancer. Met him in the garbage room of my condo. And he was so gray and everything. I said, holy shit, man, you don't look too good. What's going on? He said, I had prostate cancer for 16 months, 32 radiation treatments. They burnt me all my stomach, wall, and intestines. I don't know how much time I have. I said, don't listen to that bullshit. Can I ask you a few questions? From the moment he walked in to the moment I walked out was 15 minutes. All I knew was his name was Al Valjanik. 3 weeks later, he called me. He said, Don, this is Al. Al Valjanik, I met you in the garbage room 3 weeks ago. Yeah? I just had x-rays. I don't have any cancer. How does that? Okay? That's it. We're like, what am I talking about? Valeria Shupe, for 38 years, had 5 phobias and 5 physical symptoms: chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, irritable bowel disorder, irritable stomach disorder, in a room of 38 other young president organization YPOers. We started at 2 o'clock, we were done to 10 to 3. I didn't even know she had all these things. And they're all gone, all the phobias, the phobia of flying and driving and heights and her kids dying and her husband dying, were all gone immediately. The very next morning, she was the first to volunteer to rappel off the side of a high-rise in Toronto in a harness. Like, how crazy is that? I could go on and on. But one of the things that, here's a test for the personal development. A gentleman by the name of Adam Winnig has spent 10 years just with Tony Robbins alone. And he's the best out there in the personal development. And what happened was Adam came to see me. And in a questionnaire I give people, it's their best moment. And he gave me the best moment he had was with Tony in one of his high programs. Okay? And first of all, I asked him a question that relates to this, his worst day. And I put his arm down with my pinky. Then I asked him about this day, his best day in personal development, with the best on the planet. And I put his arm down with 2 fingers. Why? Because this is a flawed system. That's why. This is like trying to get a drink of water with a strainer. This is taping it up with duct tape, like Jamie did. Yeah, and multiple others. Okay? And so, in 90 minutes, all of Adam's programs were gone. That was 3 weeks ago yesterday. He had a little wobble for about 2 hours once. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Now, how do I know all this stuff? And who's this guy that, who is this guy? Well, I'm one of you. Because I grew up in this environment. An Irish Catholic, alcoholic, violent, rat-infested, poverty-stricken home with 6 girls and 4 boys. Yeah, that was it. And there was addiction everywhere. Yeah, and I fell into that trap and had my own addiction. Well, I had multiple, but we'll stick to the alcohol. Okay, stick to the alcohol for the moment. And I quit drinking on December 31st, 1979. Haven't had a drink first. I spent 15 years in AA. And part of that, I was an addictions therapist. Worked with criminals for 4 years with federal parole. Worked with the toughest of the tough, serial rapists, armed robbers, murderers. Worked with a 5-year-old, 95-year-old. I don't deal with symptoms like everybody else does. Symptoms are like trying to adjust the engine in your car. I reprogram the key. And when the key gets reprogrammed by being in the knowing of who you are, rather than all of the external beliefs of who you think you are, everything aligns, and it happens instantly. Adam's, that 90 minutes, when he had all of those in place, in 1 second, they were all gone and haven't returned. How amazing is that? So that's what this is, and I'm talking about instant and permanent. Yes, instant and permanent. So my mission on the planet is this: to raise humanity's consciousness from its existing 210, and just check this out on Dr. David Hawkins' Power versus Force book, and there's a chart, and it will follow with this, will be on this, so you can see it. And you will see where you are, whether it's a 0 to 100 with all your guilt and shame, or whether you're 200 to 400 with happiness and excitement and success. Yeah, and that's the best. That's the best you're going to get in those thinking models, the mindset models. That's the best. If you ace it, it's 400. Okay, I'm talking about going above that to 700, where the words we didn't know until Jamie about a month ago found out about the word inevitable. And what an inevitable is, there's no, the words that are used at 700 plus. No one could understand what I was talking about. And I didn't know why. Inevitable, bliss, joy. If you're looking for a quantum leap, I'm not talking about growth. Growth is like a tree. Okay? There's a ring a year. I'm talking about an exponential rocket ship up to and over 700 from your 100, 200, 300, 400. Instantly. Now, is it just me doing it? No. It's you and I doing it. Now, I'm going to bring 100% of me to the table. And you're going to have to bring 100% of you. Now, there's an application you have to fill out. But before that, you're going to be given a test. You're going to be given an application test. And what that is an acronym of CHOW, C-H-O-W. And you have to get 100 in this, and you can't cheat. You can't look at your wife's answers. You can't look at your husband's answers or phone your friend. No, because they're not your answers, they're theirs. Okay? So I'm going to give it to you right now. Save you the time. You can say yes or no right off the bat. Chow. That's courage. If you've got 100% courage to look at whatever it is that's creating all of these dysfunctional programs, so that's it. Honesty. Being willing to be honest with me. No matter what. My daughter wasn't honest with me when I helped her with her cancer, and there was a piece that I didn't have, and she died of cancer. So I'm a little bit adamant about you being honest with me. Okay, I'm not going to judge you. That's why I was successful with all these crazy people in prisons. They trusted me, and you need to trust me that I'm telling you the truth. And I want you to be thinking about this from a truth, from your heart, not your head. Your head doesn't know anything about this, because that's your ego. It wants to stay alive. So let's come back now to the next one. CH, we did those. O is open-minded. If it's like, that's voodoo, that's a way out there, stay home, please. Don't go any further. What if it's like, oh my God, there's something about this that sounds so real and so solid with truth. If you're hearing that, sign up. That's your soul. That's your heart speaking to you. Okay? Got that? Sign up before the ego convinces you otherwise. And then the last one is willingness. I'm not going to take away, I won't harm your free will. You get to decide all the way through the process what you do and don't do. And if you can say yes, if you do that willingness to say, I'm willing to commit, I'm willing to surrender, and I'm in, like Tim Steinroot did on December 31st. He had 2 bad days on the 40th day. And that's it. That's it. Because he completely committed and completely surrendered to this process and willing to let that one that you're using go. So fill out that application. I'm telling you, your search is over. I'm not lying to you. And I know I'm the only one on the planet that can provide that instant and permanent transformation. Hear it in your heart, what I'm saying to you. It's not bullshit. It's the truth. Okay? So fill out that application. See if you qualify. Because if you don't, I don't want your money. Now, I have a mission. Here's what it is. To raise humanity's consciousness from 210 to 700 by December 31st this year, 2021. How am I going to do that? Here's how I'm going to do that. Okay? I need to raise 7,500 people from wherever they are to 700. And every time I do one of you, like you, from your 200 or 400 to 700, you will offset 750,000 people. Okay? 750,000. We only need 7,500 of you to become superheroes. Now, you already are superheroes. I'm talking about you waking up to be your superhero. And that's how you're going to offset all of the toxicity on the planet today. You going to 700 and offsetting 750,000. That's it. It's that simple. And we are having an unbelievably super transformation system in June. Sign up, register, fill out the application, and my team will tell you about the dates, size of the investment, all of that. But I'm telling you, I have compromised. I have been paid $1 million on more than one occasion for this. I've done groups of 4 to 6 at 150,000 a person. And that's not where I'm at right now. I'm at getting 7,500. I'm lowering it so you can afford this massively valuable system. Okay? I need your raising of your consciousness more than I need money. Got it? Let you be the first one to say yes to raising humanity's consciousness by doing it yourself. My name is Don Smith. This message comes to you from the heart of Don, and your search is over. Your instant and permanent transformation is waiting for you right now.